want to talk about soccer right off the bat. The success of our national team, of course,
Yes.
Dovetailing into the success that we had with our CPL our regular season game at the Apple Bowl. I understand now some good news from the CPL head office.
Some good news from the league. The league was here, and while they were here, they were viewing this community as a potential future franchise opportunity. But they were also viewing other communities throughout the country as they work on expanding their league. From the game that we had here and the 6,200 people that showed up at that game, they went back to their board and they went back to their meetings of their board and basically went through who they would be interested in having further discussions about with advancing a franchise opportunity. And proud to say, very happy to say that Kelowna, from my understanding and from what I've heard, came out on top of that list. So now we are going to engage in further discussions with them. Staff has already had some discussions. There'll be further recommendations coming forward to council on what this looks like if we're advancing into this arrangement. And at this point in time, it is looking very positive. The time frame that we're looking at trying to accomplish is probably 2026.
Obviously, games would then have to be played at the Apple Bowl. If a new facility is to be built or whatever the case may be. The test run in the Vancouver Calgary game showed, and council talked about this on Monday, trying to get 6,000 people out of that area. The road network. Obviously, there are changes happening with the Parkinson Rec Center,
Yes.
potentially with the Global Fitness site revamp, but that's something that would have to be looked at.
And there's a couple of points in there. I think one of the points is, initially, if we go back to looking at when the Kelowna Rockets came to town. They came to town, and for a number of years, they played out of Memorial Arena. Understanding that the franchise was coming to town, and they would work in that facility, but there was an end goal to look at building a different facility. I think that type of concept or idea could potentially follow through with regards to CPL. With the traffic flow that came out from the game, the 6,200 individuals, I was there. I was in the traffic flow. I kind of waited for everything to finish just to kind of see how it all went. And yes, there was a period of time there, probably about 45 minutes or maybe an hour. But we see similar type of traffic flows to some extent come out of a Rockets game.
Right.
So there is a period of time there where people have to understand that there's a densification of a lot of people in one particular area, and it needs to kind of work through that and then kind of sort itself out. But it is something that we are aware of, the importance of establishing those interconnectivities so that traffic flow is as easy as possible for everyone who is attending these games.